for Twitter, for example, I'm sure it was, or I'm curious even because I don't know Twitter as well. Was it easier to grow back then, or is it easier now?
I mean, Twitter's an interesting, unique platform because even to your point, Twitter was oversaturated 2015, 2016, kind of when I first got into the game to doing this stuff. But what you'll notice is on any platform, like if you put the work in and consistently, there's always room. There's always another account coming in. Yeah, is it harder? Of course. Like, but at the end of the day, there's always accounts that are growing and blowing up. One of the things I love to do is just watch people and track their progress and see that account that had 2 or 3,000 followers last year that's now at 30,000 this year, that's going to be at 100, the next year, and just talk to those people and really network and just understand. Because it's funny, I can see the trajectory now of how people and accounts are going to go if they stay consistent with what they're doing, that they don't even really see. They're kind of in this no man's land of they don't really know, how to grow, whatever. And it's like, okay, do more of this. You're really successful when you do this more, and you're gonna see your account grow. For me, it was learning memes. Like I was doing a bunch of different stuff. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. But then I saw the way that memes, from a functional and practical standpoint, like, look, I can really grow my account, and that's going to create a ton of opportunities to do podcasts, to do other stuff. Back in the old days, you had to be a former player to be able to get on as an analyst or as a talent at a major network. And now we're seeing, especially in the NBA Twitter space and the NBA community, a bunch of people, from team-specific NBA Twitter communities that have now risen out of all the, the cream of the crop, and are now getting shows, getting podcasts, getting, great deals, getting deals on the level of, former NBA players and all-stars and all that type of stuff, because the content game is different. Like you can know basketball and that's awesome, but if you don't, especially nowadays, back in the day, when Twitter first started and you were a TV personality, you were naturally going to build up a big following just because people saw you a lot and you had a name brand and name recognition and a familiar face. Now that's not the case because everybody's kind of competing against each other. So you got to be good with the memes, the captions, good with the news, just the random musings, all the different types of stuff that really helps you thrive on social. And also, learn the evergreen stuff. I think a lot of people don't realize that. And that's one thing I always try to impress upon people. Like, go through your analytics, look at the tweets that are performing the best, look at the stuff that's evergreen, stuff that you can reuse every 3 months, 6 months, every year. You got a great Christmas tweet, you can reuse that every Christmas, and you'll notice that, some years that number will skyrocket and do more than the original tweet. But at baseline, with the memes and the stuff that I do, like people would accuse me like, oh, you recycle this, that, whatever. It's like, no, if I have a perfect video or a perfect thing for a meme, I'm not going to try and find something else that's more perfect. That's a waste of time. We're not in that game. Like, we have to get this stuff out as quick as possible. So if I got something that's great and representative of whatever message or I'm trying to get across, I'm going to use that. I'm like a DJ. You go to the same club every Saturday for a year, inevitably the DJ that performs that Saturday is going to play a lot of the same songs every Saturday because he knows how to get the crowd hype, and you're going to notice how that crowd gravitates towards it. There's 7 billion people on this earth. So you might put up a great post that does a ton of engagement, but there's 7 billion people. That means at least 90%, 95, 98% of the world hasn't seen that thing. So if you repost it again 5, 6 months down the road, you're going to do a similar level of engagement. It's like, I'm not going to give back followers on a video that I've reused. Like, come on, it doesn't make any sense. Like, that's what any company would do. When you look at strategy, look at TV, look at anything. I work in a bunch of different spaces. Everything is formulaic. What's the format that works? Oh, is it crime shows? It's procedurals? Is it, whatever, rom-coms? They're going to do that. You can watch movies from different generations, and I watch movies and be like, oh, this is just that movie with a surprise.
Or anybody's favorite movie. Like, my favorite movies, I've seen every Star Wars and Harry Potter 5 to 10 times each. Like, it's the same thing for content, and it's no different.
Exactly. And every time you watch it, you enjoy it. Like, my favorite movies, I've seen 100 times. I will rewatch the movie with the same enjoyment as the first time I saw it. So, but I feel like there's a lot of people who aren't successful in the game, and that's kind of the default they try to use to bash people who are successful. And it's like, look, I don't know about being not successful. All I can do is just keep concentrating on what I'm doing to be successful. So if I find a rhythm that works, and I'm gonna keep exploiting that until I have to find something else.